Hey guys, so this read is for Virgo. Let's jump in. Let's see what the universe has in store for Virgo. So, universe, what do you got for us? What messages? What guidance? Affirmation? Maybe some warnings? Whoop! That guy wanted to come out. So, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, she definitely feels like speaking today. So, we're starting with the universe card here. Financial and material changes, transformation, fulfillment of wishes, and moving on. So definitely dealing with a transitional period. And it looks like it's going in a pretty good direction from what I can see. It looks like we're going to be getting some pretty big benefits from that. We have the heart chakra, which speaks of relationships and healing. Sacrifice. The solar plexus chakra, which represents your self-esteem and your inner power. The base chakra, which can speak to either health or the physical body or money. And obstacles and challenges. I feel like the base chakra is speaking to money. I'm getting a big money vibe off of that one in this read. You can definitely see that you made some sort of transition, some sort of change, and it's about to pay off financially for you. But I'm feeling like on the personal side of things, I feel like the sacrifice card ties in with the heart chakra and relationships and also the obstacles and challenges. I feel like you maybe had to sacrifice time with the person that you love or maybe with your family, time in your home life to be able to achieve this financial win of yours. I have the Lover's card here, and next to it I have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords tends to represent having trouble finding clarity in a situation, sort of being stuck in negative emotions and fears. And I feel like this is speaking to the issues that you had, and I think having time taken away from this romantic relationship, from the home life, to put towards this financial win of yours. I feel like it wasn't easy. I feel like your partner probably felt a little bit alone. Abandoned is actually the word that I get. So I feel like this took a lot of your time to be able to make this change happen. But you definitely did it to benefit the family, to benefit the home life as well. I have the Six of Swords, which represents moving from stormy waters into calm ones. So moving from sort of a rougher time in your life into a more peaceful one. I think that's what this transition is too. And the financial change, I think it's going to bring some ease to your situation. I get the Queen of Swords. I just get a very tense feeling off of her. And I think that also speaks of the condition of sort of your relationship and where you guys were at and the strain that it put on it. I just pulled the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups speaks of new beginnings, and it usually refers to relationships as well. So I feel like you guys are dealing with what was going on. I don't feel like you're sitting and stewing in it. I feel like you're working towards healing and mending and finding an even balance. I have the Five of Swords, which can speak of selfish or short-won victories. I also feel like this speaks of your partner's feelings and feeling sort of left behind. That you were putting your energy elsewhere. And I have the Five of Cups as well, which speaks to sort of being trapped and stuck in negative emotions, not being able to let that go and move forward. And I feel like that might be part of what you guys are going to be dealing with, being able to to talk about how everybody felt, the impact that this had on the relationship, being able to come up with a plan for moving forward, and then just moving forward and wiping the slate clean, sort of leaving the past in the past. And I think that's what the Two of Wands speaks to. It speaks of choosing a path, and I believe it speaks of this relationship. I have the King of Cups here, and to me he represents being emotionally supportive, because I think that's what your partner is going to need. I think they're feeling angry, and I think they might need to express that without the fear of you getting defensive and it turning into a big argument. I think you're going to have to be able to hear what they have to say and let them vent. I have the Eight of Wands, which definitely speaks of communication, which I think is going to be key for you guys. I have the Knight of Swords here, and to me I see clarity. That's the word that I get when I look at him. I see clarity. And I feel like that's going to come when you guys have this talk, when you guys are able to be open and honest and hear what each other has to say, because I think they know where you're coming from. I think they know that you did it to benefit the whole. I think it still just felt crappy, and they're just going to have to be able to say that to you. And I think once they're able to say their piece, you guys are going to be able to move forward. You may have to negotiate a more even balance of things, but I think the financial ease and abundance that's about to come your way, I think that's going to help with things as well, because that could have contributed to the stress that was going on in the household as well. So I think that's going to ease up some of the stress. I have the Strength card, and I feel like she represents both of you in this, and your relationship, and where you guys are going to be at in life, and that your relationship's going to be stronger. You're going to be stronger as a team, as a pair. I also have the High Priestess, and she speaks of things that are still hidden, that need to be uncovered, but that will come out when they're good and ready to. She sort of ties in with the universe, and it's things that the universe will let you know. And they're not necessarily negative things, and I don't think they are in this case. I think they're positive things. I feel personal growth with her. And insight. That's the word I get when I look at her, insight. Alright, so in this line, I feel like it's speaking about finding a balance in your relationship and it being sort of a learning process. I have the King of Wands, and I also get a fiery energy off of him, same as the Queen of Wands, sort of that anger and that resentment that I think your partner's I think they feel for the time that was taken away from them. I feel like it's going to be a learning process to be able to navigate and negotiate a balance in things. I think when you do find your way through it, I get emotional fulfillment off of the Queen of Cups. I think that's what you guys are going to get. And that's what you guys are going to be for each other. You're going to have the time to put into the emotional side of this relationship, having the finances pay off. And I get like healing and rebuilding from her, and I think that's where you guys are at. I have the Three of Swords here, and it's sometimes called the separation card, and it can speak of people being separated with the chance of reconciliation, sometimes, maybe not always. But I don't feel like it speaks of the two of you separating. I feel that it speaks of separating emotions from logic in this to find truth, and then separating yourself from the past and from the negative emotions and letting go. I think in that you're going to find triumph. That's what the Six of Wands speaks to, triumph. Hermit card here. The Hermit card represents introspection. And again, I think it ties into the work that you guys are going to have to do to be able to find that balance in the future as well. And the Two of Pentacles also speaks of balance between work and home life. And the Moon speaks of things that are yet to be learned and truths that are yet to be learned. I think it speaks of sort of the learning curve this is going to be when you guys work on balancing work and home. The negotiation, I think it ties in with the Eight of Pentacles and it being a learning process for both of you, and you'll find some things out along the way, some things that worked, some things that didn't, and then being able to sort of adjust as you go and negotiate. I have the Ace of Wands, which can speak of new beginnings, sometimes in a business venture. To me, I just get passion off of it. So I think this is going to be healing for your relationship. And I think it's going to bring a passion back. Being able to negotiate this and being able to put the time into each other now that you've put all the time into the financial side of things and it's starting to pay off. I feel like you're going to have more time to put back into the relationship as well. And it's going to revive the passion in your relationship. I have the Chariot, which speaks of positive movement forward. So again, I think that's encouragement for this change, making this change, and then continuing on with the change, sort of not letting up and not letting it sort of slip back into the unbalance that it was. I have Temperance, which represents a balance between emotion and logic as well. And I think that's going to play a part in things too, is not letting your emotions run away with you and thinking things through. I have the Ten of Pentacles, which speaks of abundance. And I think that ties into the financial side of things and the financial abundance that you're about to see and the payoff from all the hard work and all the planning and everything that you've put into it. I pulled Triumph, Passion Ignited, Conflict and Defeat, and Material Harvest. And again, I think conflict and defeat just speaks of the emotional aspect of things with the relationship and being able to work your way through and find that balance. And Passion Ignited, I feel like it ties into the Ace of Wands and sort of reigniting the passion in your relationship. Material Harvest, I believe, is speaking to the money that's going to be coming your way, the financial situation changing in a big positive way. And then the Triumph card, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. I think that's where you guys are at. I think you're definitely going to triumph over all of these things. I think you're headed in a very good direction. Just remember to keep those lines of communication open and to negotiate and make sure that people are getting enough of what they need. And you should have the time now with the Material Harvest coming in to put more time into the relationship that was lacking before. Alrighty guys, that's what this read says to me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like and subscribe, join our little tarot harmony community here. We would love to have you. Take care.